tracking India's ethanol journey from E20 to now E100, we spoke with Praj Industries on India's very ambitious plans and how one's switching up to match the nation's roadmap. In fact, here are a slice of that conversation that we had on the latest episode of Deep Dive.
Awareness among the public at large is very limited. And your efforts to bring the awareness through this dialogue is, I think, going to be very useful for the public at large, for all stakeholders. Okay. Having said that India has achieved E20 and the roadmap shows that they're going to move to E85 and E100. So these are very important milestones in going forward. Other aspect of the ecosystem is value, co-product valuation, and that is going to play an important role because in the industry, if you want to really absorb the end product price, these are the important steps, which I'm sure they will also get proper significant recognition of in your evaluation. So I think it's a very right move, and roadmap will be very, very interesting and important for the country to become self-sufficient in terms of self-reliance. Most important is that Swadeshi fuel will become very, very important. This is my opinion, and Praj is working towards that continuously for the last 40 years.
How do you look at, sir, the current industry capacity at this point in time? For the last 5 years, we have been aggressively adding capacities. Many distilleries are adding capacities, and you are helping them in setting up those capacities as well. From an industry point of view, how do you look at the capacity at this point in time?
I think the capacity is definitely more than sufficient for E20 blending for all the vehicles, or even it can go up to E30. But for E85, industry has to really add some more capacity, where the 85% of ethanol in biofuels will be an important milestone. Or for that matter, E100. The other sector which is opening up is two-wheelers. So far, two-wheelers have been taking only E20, but now two-wheelers will start taking higher blend or higher consumption. And both put together, there will be definitely demand for capacity enhancement. That's the way we look at it.
Interesting, sir. You spoke about two-wheelers there. Before I go into segmentation and which segment will lead that consumption, just wanted to get a perception from you from the point of view of ethanol production as well. Today, a large part of it is done through sugar. Tomorrow, you're talking of grain-based, and there are other variety through which you can produce ethanol. Where do you see the maximum ethanol production coming from? Is it going to diversify itself from sugar to other grain, corn, and others?
Sir, a very important and valid point. The feedstock is going to be a very major challenge, and we have to side by side handle on that part. And Praj is engaged into that effort also. So use of grains, starch-based raw materials, has been one of the first steps we started about 4 or 5 years back. Now we are also looking at various new products with a co-plantation of some sugary substance, and that is going to add to the capacity also. For example, sweet sorghum, which is a combination of sorghum and the sweet part of it comes from the stalks. So both put together, and we have started intercropping patterns on the same land with the similar kind of irrigation water. We can really go higher capacity generation of feedstock. So there are very many things are going on. I don't know whether this time is sufficient, but these are the various aspects which we are looking at seriously.
Interesting. And at this point in time, if I'm looking at some of the numbers, sir, while we at E20 we consume somewhere around 1100 to 1200 crore liters of ethanol, the capacity at this point in time is far exceeding that consumption. Do you see there is a supply glut which is coming in because of that increased capacity, and when do you see the next round of capex to increase capacity?
See, your observation is very valid for some portion, but not throughout. See, the capacity E20, we have achieved it much ahead of time, and that created temporarily glut. Glut is not right word, but temporary offtake was a little limited. But going forward, it is already getting stabilized with E30 or E25 and E85. And I'm sure there will be substantial capacity, at least some 40% extra capacity will be put in next few years. That's what the way we look at it.
How do you look at the total capacity? If from say E20 to E30 we move towards that in the next couple of years, do you think the capacity is sufficient enough, or you need to set up more capacities, which is there? And will the new capacities come in form of greenfield or brownfield?
Both. I think you are taking all the answers of my mind. Brownfield is also going to be a very big opportunity because, see, you know that sugar crushing or sugar season is seasonal, and it happens only 4 to 5 months in a year. Remaining 6, 7 months, it is not being put to use. With modernization and with revamping of the capacity, we can make the assets squeeze throughout the year. That is the first step. That will also create a additional capacity. Then comes the question of greenfield. And then we are talking about so many other aspects into the ecosystem. So all things put together, I'm sure there will be a very exciting journey ahead.
Currently, sir, because you look at the industry very carefully, what is the kind of capacity utilization of existing ethanol plants? Are they running at full steam, and is there a need to augment those capacities?
There is a need to augment those capacities because they are almost very close to the full capacity very soon. Today, maybe they are at the rate of 70-80% of the rated capacity. And then you have to provide for season, availability of feedstocks, and all these things put together. We have to see to it that we are able to provide round the clock, round the year kind of production, which will come out of the additional revamping of the capacity or revamping or modernization, we call it, modernization of the current plants. And I'm sure that will really add to the overall value to the production or capacity creation. So it will happen in due course of time. And this is a very interesting activity which is taken shape. We can say the stable this thing. With stable policies, I'm sure they'll be able to provide all the things. In the past, the policies has been fluctuating quite a lot. And this 20% pause really has helped everybody to tighten the kind of capacity creation or capacity utilization. Meanwhile, technology also helping to increase the production. It's also expecting or helping to bring down the cost. So all this having a cumulative effect so that we'll have a substantial capacity to reach E100, E85, and for that matter, even two-wheelers will be also accounted for.
All right.